Belief by Pauline Evans. Run for your life and don't look back. Gripping the stone in his pocket, he ran swiftly through the back alleys and winding streets, carefully avoiding the murky grey puddles. He didn't want to be caught, couldn't be caught. His feet seemed to fly over certain obstacles in his way. There was little light at this time of year, not that it made any difference to him, but fortunately his speed and deft of feet went unnoticed in the damp winter night. They were behind him now, closer. Eyes ahead, he concentrated on the sheer effort of running, putting one foot in front of the other, feeling the flex of his muscles as he propelled him forward, harder and faster as rain lashed at his already wet cheeks. He could hear his breath and the beat of his trainers as they slapped the wet pavement. The way out appeared before he could think of it. It looked like an ordinary grating at the side of the road. It was meant to blend into the surroundings. It should be unnoticeable, camouflaged, hidden, but visible to those who understood what it meant. The metal bars yawned open, inviting him in. Expertly he turned his course and ran headfirst towards it. The world changed at once. His heart was beating, faster than he was now existing. Molecules floated in the air around him, and whispers filled his head. Voices of those yet unseen attacked his ears. "Where have you been?" she demanded. Warily he tried to catch his breath. Rain was dripping from his head and forehead, and through damp strands he could make out her shadow. He gave a wry smile to himself, and once again thought how useless sight sometimes was when there were other more useful senses. He could sense the sharpness of her chin, her bony hand on her hip, her flashing green eyes and black hair fizzing around her head like a dark halo. Maeve was mad. Hesitantly, he took a step backwards and at the same time kicked himself for not remembering to check. Quickly, he glanced behind him, ready, if need be. Nothing was there. A few remaining molecules dissolved like bubbles popping in the bath. The exit wasn't where it was supposed to be, he muttered. Immediately he knew this wasn't what she wanted to hear. For the first time that night he was afraid to look something straight in the eye. "What do you mean? Were you followed?" This interrogation was more of a whisper. He shook his head. "I don't know." Absorbing this news, the girl with the dark halo looked around. As afraid as he now was, he marvelled at her predatory power. Finally, she seemed to have considered what to say. She dropped her next words like ice into his ear. "All I care about, Nico, is that you got it." Squeezing his eyes tightly shut, he exhaled once, then twice. "I got it."